The post-fight press conference after tournament Oktagon 48 in Manchester. Right here next to us are sitting big heroes of this evening and this night. But I want to say that there is also an invisible army of another heroes from the Oktagon team, people who was working crazy hard on this event to happen, and that they leave everything for this show, to make it big, to entertain you, to bring you here and prepare the best platform for these fighters to perform here tonight. And it's a big thanks from our side to them. Really, like, it was a hell of a journey to make it happen, and we are just starting, and we are very proud on our team in Oktagon. And same as for big thanks belong to all partners and media that he was with us on this journey to show people what we are bringing here, and I believe it was worth of it. Today it was a great crowd. What we get, I mean, all of us who was working on this tournament, was amazing atmosphere and love and support from the crowd, not just us, but of course, first of all, these heroes of this night, I mean the fighters. So big thanks to all of you who was a part of it. We feel very welcome on English soil, and we can promise you that we'll bring more shows even better and better every time. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. Aaron, to you first.
Can I just say one sentence? Sorry. Tip Sport performance of the night, €5,000 is going to Jon Surdu. Congratulations. It's a Christmas present. Ask Alex. But any question for Jon? Because he was already here, but because of
Congratulations.
the yeah. I can go. Yeah, you can go, but just they always ask the winner, what will you do with those extra 5,000? So tell us.
First of all, I am so happy to take this first bonus in Oktagon, and for sure it's not will be the last one. I promise that. I don't know what I will do. You know, I expected that I will win the bonus, but I will keep that maybe for some present for my family, for all the guys in gym. So we just enjoy it.
Okay, enjoy.
Big fucking grinder.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. See you guys.
Okay. First question, sorry.
Aaron, obviously not the result you wanted. Can you get your thoughts on how the fight was going before the doctor started the fight?
I thought the fight was going well. Other than that cut, you know, I felt comfortable in there. I was really enjoying it. I felt like I was controlling the distance of the fight as well. You know, I'm gutted. I'm heartbroken. But as for how the fight was going, I think I was up on all three judges' scorecards for both rounds. And we've just been saying in the back now, and obviously I was talking in the build-up to this being my Rocky, and Rocky didn't win the first one. It went to Rocky 2, and I would love that chance again.
Great, thank you. Paul, over to you. So, a big experience for both you and Jake. What are the main takeaways from this? What have you brought? What have you learned from this MMA experience as a whole?
I'm like, it's hard. Firstly, I just want to say, I mean, I know people were booing him and stuff, but I just want to give massive respect to Jake. I know, because I don't think he got the he come with some good shots, and I felt like I was happy I managed to I caught him with a couple of bits, but mate, that right hand is fucking phenomenal, and yeah, absolutely fair win. He was the better man on the night, and we've both been through the same thing this year. We've got the same commitments. We've been touring. We've got family. He's a fucking great guy, man, and I'm happy for him that he won this, and I'm happy to have shared this experience with him. It's going to be weird tomorrow because I've never met him before, and I've been trying not to follow him on Instagram and stuff because look at the fucking shape on the man. And every time I see him, I'm like, I try not to convince myself he was 25 foot tall and fucking 65 stone and muscle. So I try not to look at him too much, but I know he's a sweet guy, and it's going to be weird not going to bed thinking about him. Weird.
Hey, you might still happy
I might just carry this tradition on. Have a little think about him tonight. But yeah, no, it's been an amazing experience, and the best thing I can take away is the family I've got at Blackledge and the things I've learned. I am so much better than I was a year ago because of this experience, and like, regardless of the outcome, I am so much better than I was a year ago because of this experience, physically, mentally. So I've got to thank everyone involved. Everyone has helped me along the way. Everyone at Oktagon, Andre and Pavel and Brian, who talked me into doing this when I was pissed in Brno one night. Everyone, I just got to say thank you. It's been that walkout tonight was. I play arenas. I do things like that, and that's my life. But that was special tonight. It really meant a lot that people showed up and showed some support for me, and it was great. And yeah, I just want to again say congratulations to Jake, and I think he does deserve a belt for what he's done tonight and for everything that he's done over the last year, because he put a phenomenal performance on there. And also, I think he's definitely not a welterweight. He's like light heavyweight or something. That weight could kill me. Well done on him for that, because I don't know how the fuck he made weight. The abs on him. He's got 76 abs. I've never seen anything like. It's been incredible.
Paul, just following up, did anything surprise you about actually stepping into the Octagon compared to training?
No, do you know what? It was a weird. I found a few weeks ago. I did my coach, because he's great and he knows how these things work. He put me into jiu-jitsu competition, and obviously it was a lot smaller than this, but I was very nervous about it. And I went in and I was so terrified. I got leading up. I was terrified the night before. I didn't really sleep, and I got in there and about 10 minutes before I just went into gig mode, and I feel like. Jake's probably the same as this. A lot more than even these guys who are fighting. We put ourselves into fight or flight 7 times a week. Do you know what I mean? We do this all the time, and we have to hold ourselves there. Dealing with the nerves is not really a problem for me. Like, I wasn't nervous going in. I wasn't nervous doing all that. Like, I can manage nerves to keep it to a level. There's a fine line between nerves and excitement, and I can manage it to where I can put myself in that state quite well. I've done this time and time again over years, so. That wasn't really an issue for me.
And then finally from me, Paul, you donate all of tonight's purse to Weapons Down, Gloves Up. Yeah. Can you just say a few words about that charity, please?
So I've donated all. This whole thing's been for a charity called Weapons Down, Gloves Up, and it's fundamentally to help kids who are getting tied up in gun and knife crime into. First and foremost into gyms that are boxing gyms, MMA gyms, to get them into that kind of community, into that routine. But then beyond that, they help kids get into gainful employment. They do employment programs to help their confidence programs. There's loads of stuff around that as well. So it's a massively important thing. I think the biggest thing I've found from this, and travelling around the country as me and Jake both have, I know we've even been into the same gyms a couple of times. A lot of gyms around the country have welcomed me in with open arms this year, and you walk into these places. Again, I've had the same thing with you go into a new gym and it's going to be a sparring day or a wrestling day, and you think, oh, fucking hell, people are going to take my head off today. But they're so welcoming. They're so welcoming of you. If you go into these places and you show a bit of heart, they'll all welcome you with open arms. And I think they're all families, they're all communities. I've said this time and time again. We all need to be getting behind these places, all up and down the country, everywhere you are. If you're local, support your local gym, support your local boxing gym, support your local MMA gym. Get behind them, get your kids down there, get everyone down there. It'll just help everyone. It'll help everyone.
First question for me is to the main guys. You spoke about Assassin's Army coming Manchester Arena yesterday. Spoke about Shoaib Youssef and the crowd that he brings. What did you guys think of that? First of all, first-hand experience of the Assassin's Army.
Oh, we were like curious, like how it will be, because many people told us, like, okay, you will see what will happen when he will be fighting. There will be a lot of super nice people, super supportive and cheering for him, and I would say it was amazing. Like I didn't expect that there would be that many people and that loyal and pushing him forward. So yeah, it's crazy. I cannot wait for his next fight, and we'll see what happens.
So we know if you got Newcastle and London, is there any chance he's going to be on that?
Yeah, I think it's up to him, but he's healthy, no? Yeah, so I think it's done.
Shoaib, my question to you is, I know you like a cheat meal after you fight. Where are you going after there?
I don't know, but I'm hungry, so I think a nice burger spot. You tell me.
I'm going back to Leeds, so nowhere down
I
there.
think I'm going to stay in Manchester.
I was sat with yourself, the champ. Congratulations, first of all, and first of all, I must say, Aaron, you are a champ in my eyes. Come through all that, and you know you're a champ, and all the hats off to you. But champ, we had breakfast this morning. We spoke about the nerves, about filling big boots, your cousins, your first time in the UK. How are you feeling? Congratulations, first of all, and yeah, tell us how you're feeling.
Feeling great. Really relieved. It was a tough trip, 22 hours to get here for me with all my layovers and everything, so it was the time change and toughest weight cut that I've had. I've never cut weight really for a fight. This is the biggest one that I had, so it was just a whole mess of new things that were really playing with me and getting to me. And you know, I knew this guy was going to be tough coming into this fight. I mean, dude beat freaking cancer, man. I mean, the whole story behind him is just, like I said, it inspired me throughout camp too, so it's like hard not to buy into his story, you know, and I respect him with, you know, the most respect I have, you know. The fight was, like he said, he was doing good in the fight. I'm not going to deny that, you know. There's no denying that. I mean, everyone saw it, but it's just like, I mean, he talks about Rocky. It's like Rocky gets his ass kicked for 10 rounds straight till he knocks him out in the last. It's like he was winning the fight till he wasn't. You know, and I landed the shot, regardless if it's doctor stoppage or not. I still do the shot, and I mean, you look at my last fight, I cut the guy the same exact way. So I definitely think that it was a good outcome. You know, like I said, respect. I'm not saying that like in a disrespectful way to him or being cocky or anything like that, because like I said, I have nothing but respect for Aaron, dude. You know, he's a champ, man. You know, and I'm so happy to have an opponent like that, because it's like I was telling other people, you know, we fight and everything, that's when we're tough, but it's like, you know, when you fight someone who talks shit and talks about your family and all that, it's like I'm not that kind of guy, and I know he's not that kind of guy either. It's all about respect, and we actually care about what we do, and that's the real martial arts, you know. So it's like, it was cool to actually share the cage with the martial artist.
Next question.
Hello.
Thanks for asking me a question.
Testing. One,
No one asked me a question at the last one. I was like, okay.
No.
Hey, this is Oba Soggy from King's Court MMA. I just want to say first and foremost to Mr. Garcia, champion of the world, a lot of respect in your name, and I think we should all give you a hand of applause. I did notice at the press conference yesterday you were yawning, you were absolutely exhausted. I just had to flag that, and you were struggling to keep your eyes open. What's happened in the space of the 24 hours where you got to perform like that tonight versus how we saw you yesterday, absolutely exhausted?
Well, it's funny you say that. I didn't think I thought that everyone was gonna think that I was like not like into the interviews, or like I just didn't want to be. I was so tired. Like I said, the time change really got me. So like every time that I would go back to my room, I would just sleep every single time. So I'd come to the press conference, I'd do the photo shoot, I'd sleep in between every single one, and then same thing with today. I'd get up at like 3 in the morning, and I can't go back to sleep till like 9. So it's like my sleep schedule's so messed up. So I ate breakfast, went to sleep, had to find a place to get my hair braided. That was stressful too. I was like, man, I don't know where I'm gonna get my hair braided. You know, wish I would have known that earlier. And then I just slept for like 5 hours before this fight. I even asked them, I was like, yo, what's the latest I can leave? Because I need to sleep. I think literally that last nap was when I finally woke up and I was like, wow, I feel like kind of back to normal. And then in the locker room, it was pretty tough warming up. Like I felt really flat. I didn't feel like myself at all in this fight. This whole fight experience, I kind of felt like I underperformed a lot, and I didn't really showcase my skills as much as I wanted to. And I mean, no excuses. The guy I fought a tough dude. I'm not belittling him at all, saying like, oh, I'm just this better guy or anything like that. It's just, I know that I wasn't able to perform in my capabilities that I normally do. I wasn't feeling it. I got sick last week. It was a tough camp, you know. I'm not gonna belittle it. It was a tough camp, and I'm just happy to get my hand raised at the end of it, man. It's so surreal. You know, like I mentioned in the cage, my cousins are both world champions, and they spent a lot of time in me, and I was like, man, like I can't believe that they actually put the time in me, because I didn't meet them until I was 19 years old. So showed up. Anthony always tells the stories. I showed up, I'm like, hey, I'm your cousin, and he's like, I don't even know who you are, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So they gave me a chance from day one, and here I am now.
Awesome, congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
And Jake, you have mentioned German doner kebab so many times. I just want to.
You got me one?
No, I have not. Of course I haven't. I've been locked in this building just like you, sir. I'm just wondering, are they paying you, or are you just
No,
the
man,
biggest,
I just
the
love them.
biggest fan?
I wish they were paying me. God, yeah, I just love them, and I'm going to go for one in a bit. Do you want to come? They're nice.
Yeah,
You tried one?
maybe.
You ever tried one?
It's been a while, but
They're banging. They're probably banging.
it's on me.
I wish I was getting paid, mate, if I'm honest. Wouldn't lie.
Obviously, massive victory versus Paul. Fantastic. Are you disappointed though that Paul may not let you drive the McLaren?
Yeah, I'm fuming. We were saying it back there.
I'll still let him have a go.
Oh, legend. No, I just want to kind of say a few. Paul's an absolute gent, and like you were saying, I feel like he's been my mate for 10 months. It's been such a weird thing because, like he said, he's thought of me. Every day this guy's been on my mind, and I feel like I know his missus. I've stalked his Instagram. It's been such a crazy 10 months, and after we finished fighting, I was like, "Is it weird? You feel like my mate?" And he's just such a lovely, nice bloke, and it's been a pleasure to share this whole experience with him. And there's only me and him really that knows what we've done for this 10 months. And I think we both should be proud of ourselves, man. And thank you to Oktagon for giving us the opportunity. I want to do another one, I think. Yeah, when my leg recovers from those leg kicks.
I absolutely don't want to do another one. I'll happily come and cheer Jake on for the next one. I'll wear a Jake Quickenden t-shirt for the next one, and I'll be happily cheering him along.
And Paul, honestly, you're in fantastic shape. The transformation, you can see it's absolutely changed your life in that respect. So massive kudos and respect to you. Obviously, your last fight before this was, I believe, in 2001 in Victoria Street.
You've done your research there, haven't you?
Obviously, you talked about Jake's right hand. Can you confirm that Jake's right hand is harder than Laurie's ever hit you, and that last fight in 2001 in Victoria Street?
I mean, he's got a hard right hand, but Laurie, I'd rather fight Jake 10 times than want to fight my missus. My missus would smash me and him together. I'm just happy she didn't get in there to hit him before we go together. No, it's been a great experience. Again, I've got to say, like, hats off to him. He's that right hand was the first 1-2 hit me, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in bother here. And I managed to stay in there for a little bit, but it was absolutely fair stoppage. He caught me with that, and I think I did go out for a second. I woke up as I hit the floor. So yeah, fair play to him. Great shot.
And last one from me, as I've hogged the mic enough. To you, George, the other champ. Congratulations, round of applause for George, everyone. I just want to say, obviously, it was a very tense build-up, as we all know. We witnessed you and Dennis share some respectful moments. It'd be great to hear what was said between you two, and will you guys ever be friends and play Lego together?
Well, it's up to Dennis if he wants to play Lego, but no, we just, like Dennis said, I've got all the respect for you. Like you should do afterwards. Even sharing a cage without anyone gets in the cage, but. Said about getting some training and that afterwards, and I'm sure we can be friends. Like, I'm sure, I don't see why we couldn't be. Do you know what I mean? I'm that type of guy. like to be friends with everybody. I like to be friends with everybody, but no, like you say, just you always you got to do the most respect for your opponent or even for anyone who steps in the cage. So like yeah. So yeah, I can't remember what everything was said, but that was the gist of it. So thank you.
Well done, champ.
Thank you, bro.
Hi, from Nation Sports. Jack, could I just ask you a question, boys, mate? How does it feel to be, back into winning ways after so long out of the cage tonight?
Yeah, it feels good, mate. It's been a long time out. I've been trying to get fights, trying to get booked up from the middle of the year to the end, and no one was having it. I was trying to get matched up with a lot of different opponents, and they kept finding ways to turn fights down. And then I reached out to the guys at Oktagon because I seen they was putting on amazing shows, and they brought me in and fought me in Manchester. I'm very grateful for it. It's been an excellent show to fight on. And yeah, I'm buzzing to get back in there, get a good win, get a nice little finish in there, nice quick finish. I would have been happy to get in there with someone like Ratchet, who would have tried to take me a bit longer. But you play with the cards you're dealt, and like I said, I got a nice little finish in there and in front of a nice home crowd, and I'm buzzing with that. Nice.
Just another question really for you is, what's your next steps? Obviously after you've had this fight now, what's your next plan or your next fight going to be?
I've not really spoke to any of them. It was obviously supposed to be me and Ratchich, and the winner gets Lima. Ratchich is pretty seriously injured, I think. Obviously I hope he's alright. So they put that standing in, and I beat him real quick. And then as I was like celebrating, I saw Jonas's little mug pulling a face here and there and kind of making a couple of comments. So I let him know what I thought about him. And I can see a couple of his teammates who are standing in the crowd here and there, and they know what would happen if I got one of that little rag. So we'll see what happens.
No worries. Dennis, can I just ask you a question? Where do you see yourself now, with obviously with your defeat? Where do you see yourself obviously next steps now?
Gonna have a little rest now. I've had 5 fights this year, I've had like over an hour of cage time. First of all congrats to George, Obviously all the shit beforehand, it's all part of the mind games, but once you've stepped in the cage there, we've shared that moment, like it's all respect from that point. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a little downtime, and then obviously whatever Andre and Pavel decide, if they still want me here or not, I hope they will. I think I bring a different kind of energy, but I'd like to maybe get a few fights over in Europe, fight a few European lads. I'm sick of fighting my neighbours, you know what I mean? I've just been fighting all English and Irish guys for the last 2 years, and yeah, I'd like to get some different kind of opponents, someone who's not going to wrestle me maybe.
Just the last question for is for Smith, the one and only. What's your obviously next fight? Are you going to carry on fighting, or are you just going to go back to doing comedian shows?
I'm just going to go back to doing very, very, very successful comedian shows. That's me. Thank you.
Great. Just a question for George. George, congratulations. That was a really good performance.
Thank you.
We know Dennis really took the Octagon series by storm. He talked a lot, but he backed it up with his performances in the series. That momentum kind of maybe made people forget or maybe not realise that you're a monster. Like your record at amateur is ridiculous, being the likes of obviously Teddy Stringer, Ben Wallace, these UK top talents at amateur and pro. What does it feel now to close that chapter on it, and what is your next steps really in Octagon?
So that was like the outcome I envisioned anyway. So like you say, I don't think some people might have forgotten what my caliber was at amateur, but I don't think some people might not have done. So in my eyes, that was always the way the fight was going to go for me. And obviously Dennis was talking all what he was saying. I get it. It's a fight game. Sell the fight. But yeah, it was just it's not really even really a closed chapter. It's just opening a new one. Like closing the chapter was finishing amateur. Now I'm starting pro now, so it's like opening a new chapter of this whole professional scene. And so yeah, it's not even closing, it's more open. Like what I'd like, you know, I don't know what the future holds, you know. We just have to see. I'm like Dennis. I've had 7 fights this year. I've had 7 fights in 10 months. Yeah, so been camp. Like I did the Euros. I did the camp for that. Then got straight into the Worlds. Then finishing the Worlds. Then got straight into camp for like the Oktagon Challenge. And I've been like, then since we finished that, I've just been like training hard to get ready for Dennis. So it's kind of been like non-stop for about a year and a half. You know, like 20 months almost. So I think a bit of rest is a little bit due. So. Have a bit of rest, talk to Liam, my manager, talk to my coaches, talk to all the boys, you know, everyone that needs to, and obviously with Pavel and Andre and see when they want me on next. But I'd like something in the new year, preferably because I would like a little bit of rest and downtime with my family. Because like I travel so much, like I travel up to Liverpool, Leeds, I've travelled up to London to go see Brad and train with him. And I don't get to see my family and my partner, so like. It's tough at times because like I think in this camp I didn't get to see it for like, and my dad, like not my dad, my partner for like a month. You know, it's hard and you know relationships and that. So I think a bit of like family time and you know just is due. And like I say I travel a lot, so I don't get much downtime to myself. I'm barely in my own bed. Do you know what I mean? I'm travelling all up and down the country, so a bit of downtime and then sky's the limit in my opinion for me. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting a 5 Guys after this. I don't know. That's the next chapter.
That's good. Next question to Dennis. Obviously, Dennis, I think you were one of the stars of the series. Really made it. You were an absolute warrior. We know your level. Commiserations, obviously, today. Was there anything about the fight that surprised you about George's game plan? We know what George is capable of. And was there any specific reasons why you were unable to really to impose your will in that fight?
Nah, like he came in with the exact game plan I expected him to come in with. Kind of disappointed me, shins and feet don't hurt. You know, I normally get to land a few kicks anyway. You know, he imposed his game plan better than I did mine. I kind of thought in the 3rd round there might have been a bit of a turning point when I threw him, but yeah, it is what it is. You know. Obviously, I think we both made the show. You know, there was a hero and there was a villain. You need both. You know, you can't just have a villain. And yeah, you know, we put a belter fight on. Went into the championship rounds. You know, we're both very early in our careers. I've only been doing this 2.5 years, and I'm fighting in the AO arena. So, see what the next few years hold for me. And yeah.
Brilliant. I think it'll be silly not to take you forward. Obviously, I'll be booking your next fight now. And my next question really just around the main event. Aaron, that was a really good performance. You know, I had you up both rounds at the end of round 2, which obviously makes the stoppage just a bit more painful there. My question's actually to Pavel and Andre. We know that Aaron said that he would like to run it back, seeing his level of performance there. What is your actual appetite to get that fight rebooked?
We have to be 3 on this fight, so it's the more question to the guy next to me, the new flyweight champion, if he wants to do it again, but we are ready, I believe.
Well,